Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Today is Tuesday, and I have the day off, and I'm just sitting here going over my finances. I try to keep track of, what I've spent and this and that, but I done fell off, y'all. I done fell off. Bad. So I'm going through my accounts and writing down, what I spent, where I spent it. And I'm like, Valerie, you need to tighten up because you were good at, a couple months back, but this past month and maybe even in July, well, this month, I should say, and maybe even in July, I kind of fell off in keeping track and, keeping my spending to, a minimum or reasonable. And one area that I have fallen off is eating out, getting takeout. It's gotten out of control. And so I went through my accounts and I wrote down every time that I've gone to get takeout, not even sit down restaurants, but takeout. Now, I don't mind paying for good food, but with the takeouts, and not necessarily being satisfied and giving these tips even before you get service, that just still baffles my mind. And I'm like, yeah, you need to tighten up. And this would be a perfect opportunity to give a restaurant review. I wasn't going to do a review because I went to this restaurant earlier in the month. But then I went to a second restaurant last week and got takeout, and I'm like, yeah, let me just go ahead and do a restaurant review. So the first restaurant that I want to review is Slutty Vegan. Now, she has Slutty Vegan is kind of all over, especially in Georgia and on the East Coast, multiple cities. But apparently, the restaurant does pop ups in other restaurants. So they were here, I believe, in July at one restaurant called Vine Vegan. And I'm assuming well, I actually read in a article that Vine Vegan, which is a restaurant in Brandon, Florida, it's their slow season, so Slutty Vegan came in, and I guess the owner of Vine Vegan gets to keep her employees, keep them employed, and get some business. But they only sold Slutty Vegan's items, products, food, not their own. So I met my niece over there for lunch, and the menu was limited, but I'm like, oh, this is a great opportunity to try Slutty Vegan. I've heard so much about it, and I missed going last month, so perfect opportunity. It was just okay. It wasn't worth the hype. Um, I would not drive that far again just to go there. Maybe if they had a place here in St. Pete, I probably would go again, but it wasn't all that impressive. My niece, she didn't like it at all. So when you walk in, they have the Slutty Vegans menu up on the wall. And like I said, it's a limited menu, but the menu is uh, just the burger and the fries. Nothing else, no other sides. And I'm like, that's disappointing that you don't have any other sides besides fries. So we place our order, and of course, you give a tip as you're paying, and they ask your name. And after we place that order, we went to go sit down, and they'll call out your name, and they will bring you your food, but not on a tray. Everything's in a bag, so not even on a tray, but whatever. And so we placed that order, we sat down. She called my name. Here I am. So she brought me my food in a bag, and I bought um, something called what is it called? Dance Hall Queen. While I while I'm talking, I'm going to look that up to tell you exactly what was in the Dance Hall Queen. Let's see, Slutty Vegan Dance Hall Queen. I don't think Google likes the word slutty. How about let me just type it in. But anyway, my niece had to wait a significant amount of time for her food. But in the meantime, I said, "Where's my drink?" Um, So I waited for the lady to bring my niece's food, thinking maybe she's bringing the drinks at the same time. She brought my niece's food, um, and we were like, "Where's the drinks?" "Oh, well, we're behind on making drinks." I ordered some kind of slushy thing. And I'm like, "Okay, that's disappointing." So when I open up my food, I'll show you a picture. I'll insert a picture. I didn't even get a full uh, container of fries. Oh, yeah, to order, cooking hers to order. Um, but we were not all that impressed. Okay, so I got the Dance Hall Queen burger, which was spicy jerk sauce with plantain, grilled onions, tomato, aioli, and barbecue jerk sauce. It tasted somewhat like an Impossible Burger, just with like the texture of it was like an Impossible Burger with just a little extra flavor. But like I said, nothing to write home about. But that meal cost me, I look back on my receipt here. The meals, the burger and the fries, cost anywhere from $18 to $20, depending on which one you got. Mine cost $20 plus the drink, which was like maybe $3 or $4, and then the tip, which was $3 or $4. So my total for that was, where did I write it? I think it 27.65. 27.65 for a burger, fries, and a slushy kind of a drink and the tip. Um, I think that was a waste of money. Yeah, I was not impressed. But you think I learned my lesson? Of course I didn't. Of course I did not learn my lesson. So, I will not be going to Slutty Vegan again. So last week, I was at my cousin's house and I was kind of hungry, and I decided to go to a soul food restaurant in that neighborhood. I used to live in that neighborhood. I don't now, so it's not all that accessible. But I'm like, I haven't been to Baja's in a while, well over a year. Um, so I said, let me go ahead and call in my order. And now this restaurant, you don't sit out in, you don't sit in, you don't even go in. All orders you call in, you tell them what you want, and they'll bring your food out to your car. They'll ask you what type of car you're driving and uh, the menu. I know that they post their menu every day on Facebook. So every day they have pretty much the same thing, but some things change. So that particular day, I went on Facebook, looked at the menu. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get some salmon and some vegetables. Good enough. So I call and I just dial the number from their Facebook page. Like I just press call. So I didn't actually dial in the 7-digit number. I just pressed, okay, hello. I'm like, I was calling to place an order. What would you like to order? So that should have been a clue right then, a red flag. So you mean to tell me you're answering the phone for the business and you can't even say thank you for calling Baja's or how can I take your order? It's just hello. And I'm just going to say it, it's a black owned restaurant. And I think we've become so accustomed to not expecting good service that we still, you know, frequent those places and we don't say anything right then and there. I should have just hung up and said, that's okay. That's okay. But I ordered anyway because my fat ass was hungry. So I ordered, I said, I'd like the salmon dinner. She said, you get three sides. I thought it was two. So three sides. I said, I'll take the fried okra and I'll have mashed potatoes, no potatoes. I said, okay, let me get the corn, no corn. Okay, ma'am, what do you have? Because I just looked on your Facebook page that was dated that day and you say you got mashed potatoes and corn. So I ended up getting the green beans and cabbage. Okay. Now I will say, and that meal was $20 and like some pennies. Yeah, $20. I said, okay, fine. 15 minutes, I'll go pick it up. So I pick up my meal. They brought it out to the car. I did give like a $3 tip. Okay. For coming out to the car, $3 tip. And I get home. The salmon actually Had a good flavor. It was a bit overcooked because it was kind of firm, but it had a good flavor. The stuffed salmon, I should say. Um, the fried okra, those, those fried okras were the bomb. I think that was the best part of the whole meal. The green beans and the cabbage was almost like baby food. It was so soft and mushy. I don't need to go there again, which is disappointing because I know a lot of people go to that restaurant and that's just not my thing anymore. Mushy or ever mushy vegetables. It was so disappointing. And I'm like, Valerie, and my cousin told me, she said, girl, you could go to the store and get yourself a salmon and cook yourself some rice. But no, I just wanted the convenience because I was hungry. I should have just drank some water and went to the grocery store and cooked my own food. So, with that being said, what's that already? $50 on two meals. And yeah, it'll be a while before I go back to Baja's again, unless I just go for some wings, those vegetables. That wasn't a business. But in the meantime, I went over my finances. The month is coming to a close, and I just want to kind of look and see what I've done, what I've been spending my money on. So I went back and looked up all of the takeout places that I've gone to so far in the month of August. It's August 27th, um, and added it up. $179.40. Now, those are the meals that I can actually track looking at my account. I'm pretty sure there's places where I've paid cash. And nowadays, a takeout meal is going to cost no less than pretty much 18 to $23 or something like that. So I know that this number is much higher, but I got to do better. So come September, unless I am sitting down at a table and that waiter or waitress has to see me two or three times to get this tip, we're not going to do any takeout. If I'm hungry and I want something right away, I'm going to bring my ass home and drink some water, drink some tea or something, and cook my own food. That's what I got to do because spending almost, well, probably over $200 on takeout in a month without actually being served. I mean, this was all me, you know, uh, either driving up, driving through, or someone bringing me food in a bag. There's no service there to me, or very little service, I should say. So that's my restaurant review for Slutty Vegan Pop Up um, and Baja's here in St. Pete. I have no desire to go to either restaurant again anytime soon. Um, and I'm going to tighten up on eating out. As you can see, I'm kind of, the chest is getting chestier and the butt is getting bigger. So we need to slow down on the eating out in the month of September. So that's all that I have for you today. I'm still going to work on my finances here and ramp up for September. I'm doing pretty good on my eBay store. I'm up to, for the month of August. Let's see, I just packaged up three things from orders that came in overnight. And so far, I don't know if you can see that. So far, my total funds is 777.80, $777.80. And that top number, the 4306, that's my 90-day total for the past 3 months. That number is the amount of sales doesn't include the cost of goods or anything like that. That's just sales. But if I don't sell anything else between now and September, which I'm pretty sure I will, I'll get a deposit of $777.80 into my account. The first Tuesday of every month is when eBay pays you out. So I think I'm doing pretty good on that. So, anyway, that's all that I have for you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.